Alright, now that we've got our scale zeroed out, I've already set it to 45.5 grains of IMR powder. 7828. I use 7828 because an old guy told me, and it's really worked out pretty well. The 243 is an overbore bullet cartridge, which I have no idea what it means. But what he said was the higher capacity that you could use in the overbore cartridges without having too much powder, the more consistent your load would be because your powder doesn't shift in the shell. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but when I switched to this powder, my group shrunk tremendously. So I use 45.5 grains of powder, and I've already got my thrower pretty close. Let's see how that looks. Throw my powder down. If you notice, I keep the pan real close. If you don't, the powder's going to bounce up and just make a huge mess. Not a good plan. Drop that down. Now, you got two options here. One, you can pull this out just a little bit, get a little bit more powder. You can use a trickler, which I've got a trickler that I use, and you just hold it down, and powder will start coming out like that. Another method I like to use is I take a shell and I go ahead and I just load it with powder like that, and then I use that as a trickler. And to me, a lot of times this is actually easier and faster than the regular trickler. I think for me, I have a little bit more control with it. So we're at 45.5 grains. Then we come over to our we got to get a shell, sorry. Get us a casing that's been primed. Drop our powder in there. Now, a lot of times powder will stick, so you just tap it like that. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my shell holder, and I'm going to throw some more powder, and that'll give the scale a little bit of time to level out, so I'll know how much powder I need on the next one. Get a 243 bullet out, put it right there, hold it close, all the way up, lightly press. Don't want to put too much pressure on it because we don't want to mushroom another. There we have a 243. That one's ready to trickle. We trickle this one. We have 45.5 grains of powder. Get our next empty. Drop it. At this point, I'd go ahead and throw another one, but I'm not going to because we're fixing to end this. Get another 243 bullet. And there you go.